Yeah, do you want it also? You guys can. Alright, well. Well, then I guess intro. For. Okay. Hey,
Hey,
there we go. We're done.
that's it?
That's the intro.
Oh.
We've began. I said saying hi. Hey, Nate.
Hello, everyone.
Sick.
It's on, right?
Yeah.
Do we need to crowd in here a little to get the...
Oh shit.
Oh,
I would rather
oh.
you guys be in it than me.
Okay, you have a pretty face, though.
Thanks, man. I'll
Not these
lean
ugly
forward.
mugs.
I'll lean forward.
Yeah.
But let's.
Yeah,
This is the end of. Oh, cool. Samson's here. Perfect. The end of Mad Swede, but the beginning of the Pretty Good Podcast, episode 220 something.
220 something.
Yeah, it's
So it's
ridiculous.
milestones all around today.
We're all
That's
200, 2,000,
We're saying goodbye and we're
20,000.
saying hello. Hi.
Hop
Here's your
on
regular
in,
host.
Samuel.
Yeah. No. You want in?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
hop
Let
in here.
me.
Anywhere
get out.
over
Let me-
here.
Let's just do this. Let's just. I don't think there is a fourth mic, but I don't want to take your job.
We could.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay. All right. Well,
If you got a
did you have a
phone,
pretty good time?
I guess whoever wants to can just do a voice memo thing on their phone, and then it's like everybody. And then I'll set up a Google Drive like the slideshow that they have for here.
We can just edit this out.
Oh, nothing.
Yeah.
That never gets.
I'll make it like the slideshow that they're doing for here, where everyone can just record sounds and then send them in to me, and I'll just time them up with everything, and then we'll hear everything, and hopefully it'll go over the music so we don't do copyright stuff.
Sweet.
That's the biggest issue.
Yeah, it seems likely that's all going to go just the way you want it to.
I have ideas that might work. We're going to take some liberties with sound editing and stuff like that. And speaking of sound editing and editing in general, wait, first, how many podcasts have you done since your special came out?
Well, I did one right before it came out, and then this is the second one.
Okay, so you're probably not tired of talking about your special then yet.
Not really.
Okay. So the one question I had that I feel like would psych me out if I were to record a special would be when you were filming, like when you were on stage and it was getting filmed, how easy was it to like the whole time in your head were you like, shit, this is like the last time or like did you kind of forget about that and were able to just do your act without?
No, I think I was pretty in the moment, just doing the act. I wasn't too psyched out about it, but I was more worried than usual about hecklers, because it was like we filmed two shows and cut the two of them together, and it was just like I need to not fuck any of this up. I need one clean take of every bit on here.
I think the most interesting thing about watching your special is that I've seen all those jokes over 100 times at different open mics throughout the last like 2 years, you know?
Okay.
And so like I've seen them all at different levels of energy, you know? Because like when you're doing a bit at an open mic, you're like not giving it your full like gusto. But when you do it for a special, you obviously have to like play it out as much as you can. And I think that was the most interesting thing about the special is I'm like, oh, I forgot how much he like hams it up on some of these bits, you know? Like
Yeah.
So
I do think having the cameras rolling did just have a minor psychological effect of like I'm gonna go big with this.
some big energy.
The one takeaway I saw, I would love the backstory. I couldn't help but notice I was credited as Trevin in your credits.
Yeah. I wondered if anybody would notice that.
Just Trevor?
I guess
Trevin.
Oh, Trevin.
Yeah.
There's a whole Trevin bit that's part of the special, and yeah, I mean, in that opening sketch, where it's me, and then Max is in the bit, just sort of hassling me and shooting down every idea that I have for it. And as I was typing up the credits, I put
Such a
Greg
treasure.
Sisco as himself. But then I was like, Max isn't really playing himself, and it seems kind of dickish if it says that he played himself. But I didn't want to just put like friend or
Sure.
so I was like, I don't know, what do I call this guy? And then I just thought it'll be funny to like 6 people who notice
Yeah.
if his character's name is Trevin. So yeah, there wasn't really a whole lot of reason behind it other than that I thought it was funny.
It was. That how many times do you think you watched it through? Because you edited it, right? Or like
Yes.
spliced it together and that sort of thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think I only watched it start to finish twice. Because I sort of, when I finished it, I watched it, and then when I uploaded it, I did a quality check. But the thing about, doing the editing myself was like, basically my process was I would take I would take like one bit at a time, and I would take the 2 shows that we filmed. So it'd be like a 3-minute bit, and I'd have the 2 versions from the 2 shows that we filmed. We had 4 cameras running on each show, but I would just start by looking at the sort of wide, simple angle and just analyzing the performance between the 2 of them. Like, do I like show number 1 or show number 2 on this? And so I'd watch each of those, a couple times, and on some bits it was pretty easy to just go, okay, that sucked on the second show, I'm definitely going with the first.
Yeah.
But other ones, and in some of them I even mixed between the 2 for like that punchline landed better or whatever.
Yeah.
But then once I found that, I'd have to watch through again at
make
like
sure
each of the 4 angles and try to figure
Okay.
out which moment.
So-
And little by little, it became like I started recognizing, okay, when I turn to stage right, that usually it's best to go with this angle. And then if the
Okay.
person who was running that camera was filming the audience at the time, then the backup would be this camera. But
So like
I
a
don't
10-minute
know.
bit, you're watching that like 4 different times over, like each
Yeah.
angle sort. And okay,
Yeah, I would say,
cool.
yeah, probably at a minimum, I'm watching each one once to decide the performance, and then watching each of the 4 angles once. So yeah, probably 6 times per bit
When you're
as
like
a minimum.
when you're splitting up like a punchline and a setup from one show and another show in one clip, do you like where you're editing it and stitching it together? Are you like getting pissed at yourself for like not being in the same spot on the stage at like the exact same time? Like, and you're like,
Continuity stuff.
yeah, and like stuff like that, or is it like? You're like, God damn it! Like I just flash across like 6 feet over on the stage to give this punchline, like, or is that like something you're gonna worry about on your next special? Did you think about that? Did you notice any of that?
I didn't think about it when I was filming it. I just sort of went, it's an hour-long show. There's no way I can remember where I was at every given moment, so I'm just going to do it and we'll cut it together.
Sure.
But I thought it would be a big problem, and it was bizarre when I went to edit it that I was like, I am almost always in the exact same spot,
That's awesome.
delivering the punchline. It's like I am a fucking robot on stage. It sort of, I mean, it was helpful from an editing perspective, but it made me feel bad that I was like, am I this rehearsed in how I do this stuff? I can only remember, I think, 2 moments where I would just sort of warped from one side of the stage to the other, where it gave me a bit of trouble. One of them was where I was moving the bar stool over to sit down and do the poem at the end.
Yeah.
I moved it at a different time in these 2 versions. So in the first edit, I moved it to the middle of the stage twice. And I think it still kind of does that, but
That's
I managed
funny.
to edit around it so it's not as glaring.
That would be great
but
to just leave,
it's-
honestly.
Yeah,
That'd be a really funny bit.
It's weird.
It's like, wait a minute.
And then, there was one other one where I forget what it was, but it was just a punchline where I warped from one side to the other. And I think I threw in a shot of the audience in between just to hide the cut.
That's probably a good way to do that. Is
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Whenever I do anything filmed or record a set, it takes me like a few days to I guess, sack up and listen to it again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How long from after like the last show to when you were like, all right, I got to start digging through this footage now? Like, or was it just right away?
It was pretty quick. It was within a day or so, and I sort of told myself, because I hate looking at
Yeah.
footage
Yeah.
of myself
I
on
think-
stage.
I think
Uh,
that's like a whole industry agreement.
Yeah.
Like, most people
But-
just don't like it.
But
why
I
we
was
don't
also
edit
like,
this.
I'm a pretty decent video editor, and I didn't want anyone else making editorial decisions about which version of which joke goes in the special. So I was like,
Mhm.
I have to do it.
Yeah.
And so what I sort of told myself was like, I am just gonna like rip the Band-Aid off. I'm just gonna do all of this as quickly as possible and just like,
Mhm.
dedicate 16 hours a day for 2 or 3 days or whatever it takes to just have it all done with and pass it off.
Yeah.
So then I went in the first day. The first thing I did was the opening sketch, which is all in one shot.
Yeah,
I think, what did we do, about 7 takes maybe?
something like that. Yeah.
So I watched the 7 and I think narrowed it down quickly to 3 of them, and then watched each one of those a couple times and then decided on the one. Probably took about an hour and a half to just pick the opening sketch.
Yeah.
And,
Hard when
and,
they're all different, like a
yeah.
little bit. And
and then once I picked the one, I was like, yeah, I'm done for today.
it's
Yeah.
daunting.
So it's like the 16-hour idea didn't happen at all. It was like about 2 hours in a day proved to just be like the maximum that I could handle looking at myself on screen.
I feel like digging through it immediately and just getting started is like the only way to get a project like that done.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, it's one of those things you can just sit on forever.
And it's, it's bad enough when you're just looking at footage of a new bit and going, did it work and should I cut something out of there or do I? But when you're looking at 2 takes of the same bit and hyper analyzing everything that you did, which one do I like? And then also going through the footage, like one of those cameras for a lot of the show is pointing at the audience.
Mm-hmm.
And
that was fun.
and
I was
yeah,
burping
you
the
ran
whole
that one. And like comedian brain, when you're on stage and there's somebody who's not laughing, you just like can't stop looking at
Yeah.
them. Well, when they're captured on camera the whole
No.
time, it's like every
You see
time you're
every
looking
sour
at the,
face they make at every punchline.
yeah, it's just like torturing yourself to just look at all that footage and like the fucking guy's still not laughing.
Did you ever have a moment like while going through the footage where you finally like saw one of those people crack and it was like a really like victorious moment where you're like, oh my god, I didn't see that I did it, but I
I
did.
don't think so.
Yeah.
You know what's
Go back
funny?
to the footage.
I had a moment like that, unrelated to the special, but it was on this show that there was a guy who just sat in the front row with his arms crossed and just had this blank stare, and through the whole set, I think I did about 20 minutes,
Yeah.
and never saw the guy crack the faintest smile, and I was like, that guy hates me. It's like I had a great set with everyone else in the room,
him, he's
but
just
that
in the
is like I couldn't take my eyes off that guy. And then, like 2 weeks later, there was a photographer at the event who took a bunch of shots of the show, and there was a shot of me on stage telling a joke and that guy laughing, head tilted back,
Oh.
laughing hard. And I was just like, it did happen and I missed it. And it tortured me through the whole thing. If I'd have just looked at him
Yeah,
at that
right.
one moment, I could have gotten over it.
It's usually like those people that enjoy the show the most. Like they're the most like locked into it, and they might not be
Sure.
like.
Yeah, that's true.
I've
You
had
do.
a lot of those people that I thought hated me come up to me after the show and be like, great job. That was awesome. I'm like, you were death staring at me the entire way through my set.
You ever get a whole audience of those people?
Yeah.
They're just
yeah.
quiet, but
But
Yeah.
like they're like very it's like a respectful like audience usually. They're just like too afraid to break the initial laugh tension. Like
yeah.
that's why like sometimes it's nice to have like someone in the back of the room to like break a laugh at the first
Yeah.
joke to get people warmed up, but sometimes it can be too much, and then like they only notice the person laughing in the back of the room, and like
Yeah, right.
that's a balance you have
Right.
to play too.
Sometimes that laughter is just a reaction to the
Yeah.
one guy.
I've had that before where like I posted a clip of a joke and like someone laughing loudly was next to my phone and like the comments were all just like, this bit sucks, but it's just saved by the guy in the background laughing. I was like, that's fair. Thanks, LJ.
Yeah, LJ is one of the best.
I
got a
can say
cackle.
that because I'm also one of those.
Yeah. I can hear LJ in my special.
Yes.
He was at one of the shows, and he's got a distinct laugh. It's not too glaring in the special, but there are times when I'm like, oh, there he is, got him.
And it's worse for us obviously because we hear it every day, and
Yeah,
so it's like
yeah.
we're just like, oh, that's LJ, I know it, but like other people are not gonna
Yeah.
clock that probably, like
At least his laugh is
the
really
average
genuine.
watcher. That's true.
The worst is when you've got someone with a loud laugh that sounds fake.
Yeah. Ha 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 ha.
Yep.
Ha ha.
Is there a story behind the jacket?
There's
Is that the one
very
you wore on
little-
the thing?
It is the one I wore on the thing. The story
lore?
behind the jacket is there was a movie by David Lynch
You've told me
with
this, I think.
Nicolas Cage in it called Love. Fuck, I can't get the title. Yeah, I don't know why I'm blanking on that title, but yeah, David
find
Lynch,
it.
Nicolas Cage, and Nick Cage wore a snakeskin jacket through the whole movie, and I was just watching the movie. I was probably a year or two into stand up, and I was going, that jacket is equal parts awesome and stupid. And it was like something that's equal parts awesome and stupid feels like a good fit for stand-up comedy.
That's true.
And I got on Amazon and I was like, can you get, how much does a snakeskin jacket cost?
Is
And-
this actual snakeskin?
No, it's actual
fake
leather,
skin.
real leather, fake snake.
Like
But
special.
I didn't find a real snakeskin jacket anywhere.
Damn.
I imagine if I did, it would be very expensive. But
Depends
and
on
it's
the
funny.
snake.
It's funny because in the movie he keeps saying, "I wear a snakeskin jacket as a symbol of my individuality and my belief in personal freedom." And I thought it was really funny to steal that when he specifically says individuality.
Yeah, dude.
I was like, I
that's
wear
great.
this as a symbol of Nicolas Cage's individuality and my belief in Nicolas Cage's personal freedom.
On behalf of Nicholas Cage.
One of my favorite things about you posting your special on your YouTube channel is that I got to like go through a discovery of all your old YouTube content that's out there in the world.
Oh yeah,
What like when this must be like I think it was like 7 years ago it said on YouTube, but it was like the character that you came up with, the rock star
is that Jesse Thunderwake?
Jesse Thunder.
That's more than 7 years ago. Jesse Thunderwake was 2009.
Okay.
Uh,
Almost 20 years ago now. Wow.
yeah. We made a movie. We made a mockumentary comedy. Kind of in the style of like Spinal Tap.
Yes. That's what
it
it
was
felt like.
about a guy who, the epitome of the YouTube generation. The guy who wants to be an actor and a director and a singer-songwriter and a model and a stuntman and a comedian, but he sucks at all of them.
Yeah.
And he's just kind of pursuing with his entire heart all of these things that he's awful at.
Which is crazy because it's basically the Marty Supreme movie, if you think about it.
I haven't seen Marty Supreme yet.
I haven't either. Didn't it? It
I
just
haven't
came
either. I've
out,
just heard
like-
a
It
straight
was also
synopsis.
Bo Burnham did a show on MTV, a short-lived show called
Zach Stone.
Zach
is
Stone
famous.
is going to be famous.
Stone was
That came out right after we did Jesse Thunderwick, and it was almost the exact same premise.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was even documentary style. I was just like, son of a bitch, this guy like beat me to the punch. That's
what
yeah.
happens with connections.
I hate that guy. I mean, I love his basically everything he's ever done, but I hate him because he's younger than me and he does everything better than I do. Does all this. similar stuff to what I do. I mean, I'm not a musician, but I always felt like he had somewhat of a similar take on things and was doing stuff that was along the lines of what I was trying to do, but was just doing it all better than I was.
You guys do kind of have like jack of all trades sort of thing. Like you do a fuck ton of stuff. Don't you? Do like theater and you write and film and
Yeah.
Yeah, you've written films that like have won awards and
you're
stuff.
like a performing Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
Yeah. I write a lot, and I have 6 novels and about 16, 17 screenplays.
Yeah.
I made 2 of them into movies that I directed, and I starred in those. And then I do stand up. So that's probably like the main things right there. I never really pursued acting, but I have fun with acting and mostly just cast myself if I'm doing something. Nobody else really casts me and stuff. But I don't. I mean, you get so much rejection out of writing, and to some extent out of comedy as well. It's like
Why not
I don't need to subject myself to the acting thing as well.
The auditioning grind sucks.
I mean, comedy, you get rejected from festivals a lot, specifically one festival in Boise, which I won't name.
Sure.
But you get rejected from that one a lot.
I think the thing that's cool though is it's cool like with I guess it sucks with auditioning for like film and stuff is like it's a one and done sort of thing. You audition, you either get it or you don't. But like I think the cool thing with comedy is you can kind of audition multiple times sort of thing. Like I didn't get it this year, but next year I can. It's not like
I missed the chance of that role and I'm never gonna get it again.
and then
now
you're watching
because-
the movie the next year like I could have fucking done that.
Yeah. Or like watching
Right.
the tire commercial and you're like, that should be me.
At least there's hope
But
with the
it's-
comedy
it's
thing. Like
also,
next year I'm
like-
gonna fuck you up.
Yeah.
Like trying out a new bit is pretty
fighting.
similar to the audition process, where it's just like,
That's fair.
let me get in front of everybody, and we're gonna see whether you like this,
Yeah.
whether you like me. And sometimes it just feels like you got rejected hard on it, but often you can go home and go, I know what I did wrong with that one, and bring it back the next time. And sometimes,
Have you ever had to like do stand up for an audition?
sort
whether
of,
like a-
sort of. I did I did the play that goes wrong.
That's
a
an
little
awesome show.
community theater thing here in 2023, I think.
Is that at the Boise Little Theater?
Yeah, and when we did the audition, the director, guy named Curtis Ransom, shout out to Curtis. He one thing he did in the audition was he asked everybody to tell a joke. So we went around the room. And most people are doing. A guy walks into a bar.
Yeah.
or whatever.
Like
I
a
think-
joke their grandpa told him or something.
I think I did my joke from the beginning of the special where I say I like my coffee like I like my women. I think I did that in the audition
The
when it
entire
came
bit.
around to me. Yeah,
Like walking around the
Yeah.
room.
Yeah. I think I stood up from the chair and did the first part very confidently,
Look at
then
this
gradually
fucking guy.
slunk back into the chair and just kept going.
Just do crowd work on everybody.
But
So full
yeah,
of
so
vodka.
You're an actor.
so that was
Okay.
that was kind of doing stand up in the audition, and then because he found out I was a stand up comic, he tasked me with doing the pre-show announcements in
Nice.
character.
Ah.
So I would go up as I played Trevor in the show, not to be confused with Trevin.
Yeah.
And I think in the first rehearsal that I did it, I think I did about 7 minutes, and he was like, "Get that down to 1 minute." I was like, oh, "Okay," so I'll make it work.
30 seconds.
Yeah. You got it. You got it, director.
That's sick. That's I've never seen the full show, but like every clip of it that I've seen, the play that goes wrong is so fucking funny.
It was a ton of fun doing that show.
It's Boise Little Theater. It's a good. I haven't worked with them before, but are they?
yeah, I had a good experience.
I've
with
always
them.
heard good things. I have like a friend whose dad has been doing stuff with them for like 20 years or something. Like,
It's a great room too.
Mm.
I forget how many it seats. 200, 250, maybe something like that.
that's great.
Um,
We should
and
do comedy
so-
shows there.
Yeah, so I mean, doing the little pre-show thing, which I wrote all the announcements
Yeah.
myself, basically felt like doing comedy
yeah.
for the room, which is one of the bigger rooms that I've played so far. Maybe the biggest. I don't.
Nice.
200's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's a lot for a stand up. That's like a full.
I learned that I know Stagecoach does this. I'm sure Boise Little Theater is kind of the same, where like the amount of seats they have, like let's say it's 200, there's 199. Like at Stagecoach, I believe they have 99 seats, and it's because if they have 100 seats, like they have to pay like significantly more in licensing rights for the show.
Oh, interesting.
And I think Boise Little Theater, I think, is bigger than Stagecoach, and so it's probably whatever like the nearest 10th number is. It's one less to save a chunk of money
So
on
funny.
licensing, because they
so
need
like
a
when
chunk.
you pay for like the licensing rights for like a play or something, you have to pay a different amount depending on how many tickets you're gonna sell to the
Yeah,
show
like,
of it.
You have to tell them how much you're charging for tickets, how many tickets you can sell. There might be like a alcohol thing too, depending on where you're doing it. But yeah, I mean, I think a lot of shows, they're all different just because they all have different contracts and stuff. But yeah, you have to give like a lot of specifics. They want to get money any way they can. That
How many
involves the show.
companies like sell licensing to plays specifically? Is
I
it
know
like
the
this,
big
kind of the same media conglomerates that are doing the
There's
music?
a couple different, but the big one that like a lot of local places or like community theaters do, I think, is Music Theater International. And they license out all the shows, but I think some people do it independently and whatnot. I don't know the whole ins and outs of it, but
That'd be fun to write like a play and then
that's
try to
my
sell it to local community theaters.
my big goal
individually?
is to write a play that I can license out, because there's the TV show Smash. It's like adult Glee. But there's these two playwrights in it, and they have one show that they wrote a long time ago that like made a bunch of money, and they like just basically, people buy the rights to it and they put it on. And what they do once a year on the anniversary of their show is they travel to a city where their show's getting put on and they go watch it.
Oh, that's
And I
so
wanna do
fun.
that.
That sounds great. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want I've done a novel, a film, and a stand-up special. So I guess the play has got to be the next thing. I need to.
Write a play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like a lot of fun to just sit down with a handful of comics, and because like they don't need to be long either. Like
No,
it could be
when-
30, 45 minutes and a quick
Well,
little thing.
I remember the play. We did a play in high school that was the mouse that roared, and it's like this one about a tiny country that like kidnaps the president of the United States or something, and it's like 40 minutes long maybe,
Yeah, dude.
and like the play booklet is tiny.
It's a brochure.
Yes.
That Christmas one I did, like it even says in the script, like if you go longer than an hour, you're doing this wrong. Like you gotta go quick. Yeah, no, it's cool what you can write and then make like legally yours that other people want to put on. And if you just make it cheap enough, like a lot of places will do it. And
Never even thought about that, because you could make like a decent amount of money if you make like a play that's like really fun and cheap to sell to like high school like drama classes and like stuff like that, so they can put them on like.
and then you could go put it
Yeah,
on
how
and
come
go
I
off
can't-
script.
If I could just license my act out to other stand-up comics. Just
I think
say,
you kind of
You go do the show, pay me the money.
Well, I think you kind of can. I know that Mike Birbiglia had a guy that would do it in like he spoke Spanish, so he would go to like Spanish
Oh.
countries and do his act in Spanish,
That's crazy.
That is
or like
crazy.
Portuguese or
I mean,
something.
it makes
and-
sense, but that's
That's wild.
yeah.
Like a cover, like a
Didn't-
cover comedian. Like,
Pretty much, yeah.
Like what if I
Was it Gallagher? Somebody's brother started doing their act. Wasn't that a thing?
Oh,
A
I
guy who
think
like
you're-
retired and his brother took over doing the act, and then the guy wanted to come out of retirement, and it turned into this whole legal battle.
I don't know anything about that. That's
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I know that I think of Dane Cook when you say. I know it wasn't that whole thing, but I know it was just a brother stole a lot of money sort of thing. And,
Yeah.
but I don't know if it was because he was like his accountant or something, and he was just
Yeah,
fucking him
Dane
over.
Cook's brother was like his
But,
manager or something
yeah,
like
something
that, and
like
stole a bunch of his money.
But I think it
Damn.
might be a different person. Gregory Sisco, what's next? I guess aside
I
from
know.
writing a play.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I've got a collection of short stories that I think might be coming along here in the not too distant future. Mostly like horror stuff. I mean,
Like right now
weird-
that you're gonna.
yeah, I mean it's done. I mean, we're just figuring out the logistics. But there'll be an announcement pretty soon on that, I think. I also I do rideshare, and I've been doing all of these memoirs of a rideshare.
Been doing that Substack for a while now.
Yeah.
I've been subscribed to that.
Yeah, so it's just these tiny little stories
They're
of
fun.
various people that I've picked up. I just run them on gregsisco.com. But at some point, when I have enough of them, I'm going to put those together into a little book.
Those ones are fun. I feel like you could make a lot of those into like just a full rideshare stand-up special as well. Even like
Yeah, I
telling
don't know
those
if I want to
stories.
do a full special like that, but I like the
Sell it
idea
to
of
Uber.
Yeah, well, I mean, what I'll have will be a book and an audio book, which is not too different from
It's
doing.
not different.
And then, I just sort of think if I put a rideshare story or two into my act most of the time and
yeah,
bring along some merch,
yeah.
here's the other
No, that's
stories.
great.
Yeah.
That's a really fun like weekly podcast you could do where you just read your story that you wrote and then post it. Out.
Right.
A lot of people do those like.
Because you have a sultry voice for audiobooks, I feel like. You have a good audiobook voice.
Are the stories like dialogue heavy, or are they?
For the rideshare ones,
Yeah.
it varies.
I've seen some
of
that
them-
are pretty heavy
Yeah.
and some that don't have much dialogue at all.
Because
Too.
Yeah.
there's some podcasts where they get like a bunch of different people to do characters and stuff, and it's just like listening to a movie sort of
I think
thing.
you did
and-
like voices,
I,
like how a grandma does when she's reading a book. That
do
could be
that.
fun.
That's pretty much how I've done the audio for them.
And then she said,
yeah.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha.
I mean, it has a certain, like, the genesis of that project was on social media, and it was just, it was never really, I didn't know it would be a series, but I picked a guy up who just had a very self-important way of talking. Like, I asked, how's your night going? And he's going like, that's an interesting question, man. It's, I guess I'm just trying to listen to the universe and just, take in the echoes of
I think
what
you picked up my dad.
what it
Just
what
say
it
it's
wants
fine,
from me.
man.
Just trying to go where the universe is trying to take me. And then I dropped him off at a strip club.
The universe.
Universe takes me to
that's where
titties a lot too.
Yeah. I was just like, that's hilarious.
There's
that
a girl
guy's
named
just
Neptune
putting
in
that
here
on
that-
the universe. So I wrote it just
Trying
as
to
a
get in
Facebook
orbit,
post, and
the
I
dancer.
I wrote it in sort of a film noir kind of,
Yeah.
the rain is beating down, and then I pick him up on a bridge out in the middle of nowhere, and
It sounds
Yeah.
black and white.
yeah. So I wrote it out that way, and I put Memoirs of a Rideshare Driver, Volume 1, just because it sounded funny.
Yeah.
But I posted it, and it got a pretty good response. And then 3 days later, something else funny happened, and I was like, Memoirs of a Rideshare Driver, Volume 2.
Ooh.
So it just
Nice.
kind of accidentally fell into this whole project.
It's great. I feel like people love the word memoir and the word volume, and I think combining those into something really grabs people's attention.
Whatever gets you read. Those are good words.
Yeah.
I love it when I see a bunch of volumes, on a bookshelf, right?
Sure. Editions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that too.
Yeah.
It's like bigger chapters.
Exactly.
So maybe I'll have to publish a special edition
Yeah.
of volumes 1 through 100.
I would like that.
The series.
Memoirs of a Rideshare Driver, volumes 1 through 100.
Mm-hmm.
A collection by Gregory Sisco.
Collection.
You've got
It's a good
an
one.
NPR voice for that stuff.
You really think so?
That one is good. Yeah.
Today,
Yeah,
we're
that
listening.
Does feel like if I
laugh
narrated,
at
you could
something.
just do the intro. You could just read the title page.
Dude, I've been listening to a lot of audiobooks lately, and I would love to like be a audiobook narrator. Like, I think that would be a great job. It
Going
sounds
off
like
script.
so much fun.
I'm gonna riff on this one, guys.
I don't know. Just sitting in a room alone, talking into a microphone. It's like
I don't know.
I've done it. I wouldn't say it's particularly fun.
Maybe
You
it's
should
because I
do
listen to like
voiceover.
young adult books, and like there's a lot like of excitement and like voices that they do for them, and like I get to play the teenage girl and like the old goat man, and like it's fun to switch from the valley voice to the like, and then I went under the bridge,
Yeah. And you got to figure out: do you switch back and forth, or do you record all of one character at once and then record all of the
Yeah,
other?
like, do I have two
characters?
microphones and I'm like running back and forth, like
Well-
between them, having a conversation?
That sounds like overkill.
Yeah.
Like putting on like different hats. While
It's audio, dude. That's all you need it to be in
I
character.
I need to get in the character, dog.
I build it through.
I have to be fully nude to do this character.
Turn the
This
lights
is
on.
50 Shades of Grey. you guys.
Why are you not taking your clothes off?
Shouldn't this one be narrated by a woman? What do you mean?
Greg, I just gotta ask. Wrap this up. If you had a surgeon and a chef,
Oh,
and the
I'm gonna go get a beer.
all right, whatever, dude.
I like how that Samson just got very uninterested.
He likes to pretend to be annoyed by it. It's a motif, whatever. I'm being artsy. If you had a surgeon and a chef, and the surgeon is there to get your beer, motherfucker. If you had a surgeon and a chef, and the surgeon is there to cut off a little piece of you, just the surgeon, he's gonna do it like right, so it'll grow back. You're not gonna know he took anything from you, and then like maybe a $50 size piece of you, and then he gives that to a chef, and he cooks that up in the best way that you're supposed to cook. Person, would you try yourself? The people are asking.
Are they?
Yeah. As the music dies
This-
down, respectfully.
This sounds like a long way to go to taste myself when I'm already a habitual nail biter. I'm even like biting the cuticles off of my fingers. I feel like I got it figured out.
So no.
I'm gonna go with no.
Huh.
I don't need to do all that.
Well, you're not. The surgeon and the chef are.
Are they having a piece too?
No.
Are they gonna be pissed that I
Most
said
chefs
no?
have to taste test.
It's strictly out of curiosity of if you think you'd taste good and would you give it a whirl. Just
I don't
see.
I don't think I taste good.
All right. Well,
I'm pretty sure.
what if you got like a
That's, you
few
know.
weeks in advance to like diet right and like get yourself tasting real well?
Yeah,
All right.
I'm gonna pass.
We've
on
had a myriad of
I'll-
answers. It's okay.
I would try the surgeon and the chef,
You
but
would-
I don't need to try
Oh.
myself.
Okay.
They can-
So you're open to cannibalism.
Yeah. Yeah,
All right.
I just
Cool.
have a low pain tolerance.
I mean, the hypothetical is that maybe you don't even need a cert if it just magically he's like here's a filet mignon of your filet mignon or whatever, and you're
That's forbidden fruit.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't that cause like mental disorders?
I don't.
Don't
know.
you? Isn't
That's
there
what
something
they say
about you go?
mad cow disease. They said mad cow disease was from cows eating beef, but I don't think that turned out to be true. I think that was a
It's just a
that was
bite,
a playground rumor.
Yeah, is it not true about
People,
human flesh. If you
I
there's
don't
not
think so. The people from the Donner
thought-
Party seemed the survivors all lived,
they
and they were
seemed
like
fine.
afterwards.
yeah.
I mean,
were
other than
chilling.
like trauma from like having to eat their family, but like that was like
Maybe
you're not
that's-
gonna have that type of trauma because you did this voluntarily.
That's
Well, they kind of
if there's
too.
if there's ever been
Oh,
a healthy
they were
human
forced
being,
to volunteer to do that.
Forced volunteer. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. It's like a this or you die sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
See,
Did you know there's
I feel
a
like
little
I've
Donners?
heard, somebody speaking in just like a
I know.
really scientific sounding sort of way about how if you eat human, you'll go crazy. But
You're
it's like
probably
I don't
already-
really know.
I think you're
because
just thinking
people,
of the "It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia" episode where they eat raccoon meat and get worms,
That's-
and they think
I
they
always
have.
mix up science with Sunny.
Well, it's also like if you're
Me too.
if you're like
It's the
about
implication.
I think if you're about to eat yourself and you're after you've already prepared it and you're about to take a bite and you're like, wait, what if this drives me crazy? I think you're in too deep at that point already. Like you already
Yeah, you
cut a
probably shouldn't
piece of
eat
you off and like you're already crazy. Like
Yeah.
it's like we're past that
Yeah,
now.
okay, fair point.
Yeah, what if this makes me a weirdo?
yeah. You're right. Fuck it, give me a piece.
Yeah.
I like how every time you ask that question, if people answer yes, you're always like, hell yeah. And if people answer no, you prod them until they answer yes with like
Because,
different
dude-
like whataboutisms and stuff.
Have some damn whimsy, you know?
It's really funny.
Maybe you should just push back either way. If they say yes, you go, "What the hell is wrong with you?"
I could do that. Would that'd be a good exercise. It's just one of those things that I think I think everyone deep down is curious, and I just want them to say that they fucking that they would. And
Improv is about saying, "No, what the fuck is wrong with you?"
that's true. The old no
I don't-
actually.
Exactly. We don't yes and on the Pretty Good podcast. We know actually.
It occurs to me we're filming on the last day of Mad Swede, and we haven't talked about Mad Swede at all.
We can. Let's.
Should we turn?
What? It's. I mean, I don't know. As long as Greg's in the shot, then we're golden.
Okay, well, Mad Swede was the venue where you filmed your special.
It
And we're
was.
at the downtown location right now. Cole Road's been closed for a couple months. Cole Road was the first place where I ever did my first paid gig. And the first
Yeah.
place I did stand up ever was here.
Yeah, I guess what were your firsts at Mad? What were all of our firsts at Mad Swede?
Well, I did a little stand up here and there in my teens and my 20s, but it was just sporadic, and it was probably 20 or 30 sets total over the course of 15 years. But when I started getting into it seriously, the first set that I did was at the Cole Road location. First time I got paid was a competition that I took second place in, that they gave me $20 right
Nice.
here at the downtown location. And then I guess the first real gig was hosting at the Cole Road location.
That was my first gig, too. Hosting at the Cole Road location in the back room next to the tanks.
Oh, the
yeah.
back room.
Yeah, it was one of Josh and Ian's shows.
Oh, okay.
You're
It
like
was
you're
the-
not as funny.
You're not as funny as you think you
That's
are.
interesting. I never did a show in the back
It
room.
was a fun show, actually, in the back room. I wish they would have done more backroom shows there because it was
They-
like,
I think that
definitely
was
better.
when they started off. I think that was where they used to do all of them.
yeah.
But by the time I started, they had quit doing that. I didn't realize
They
Josh
never
and Ian did.
I
some
never
shows
saw
back
the
there.
open mic in the back room. I only saw shows in the back room ever.
I
Interesting.
mean, I did it.
And
So
only a couple.
I did stand up like very off and on around like 18 or 19, and I remember I did one of the either the first or one of the first ones at the Cole Road location. And it was like I did something at Liquid, and then Moonduck was like, "You should come out to this one," and then it did, and but it was like really, really early, and it was just in the front room where it normally is, but like the sun was just beating in there, and I forgot who the host was, but he was like, I haven't seen him since, but he was like a bigger dude who said cunt a lot.
Oh,
or even I think an
was
Australian would be like,
I wonder if
"Damn,
that was
dude."
Jeremy Nelson.
Maybe.
I don't know.
He's kind of a
Do you
higher
know
pitch.
Jeremy Nelson?
I know Jeremy.
He'd
I
kind of
remember
like
he
a
had
higher
one,
pitch
he had one
voice.
joke where he said cunt. I don't remember thinking of him as a
he
guy
was-
who said
he
it a
was the
lot.
host.
but-
He's
he was
a
the
bigger
host
guy,
of
and that's
it.
the only person I
Yeah,
can think who was
yeah.
in comedy.
He
around
was
that
just
time.
the host of it, but like it was.
He
It
also
was
seems like a guy who might say cunt a lot.
what?
But it's like when
What you-
people swear so
so-
much that you're just like, all right, dude. Like, do you have any other? Like, I
Yeah.
was like, holy shit.
What year would that have been?
Probably 2018 or 19,
So
17,
before-
18 or 19, somewhere in there.
Before I
Bigger
was here.
in what way?
Fat.
Like fat,
Yeah.
or just like big fat? You know what I mean?
Fat. Like he
Okay.
was not tall.
Was it
just-
Nate Ford?
No, it was not Nate. He was. I was surprised. It was the one thing is he was pretty hairless.
Hairless.
Yeah, like it's I don't remember the guy's name. I don't know if he's still around or anything. But like this, the one takeaway I remember is he would any chance he got, he would say cunt.
Gabriel Iglesias.
Could have been. Now that you say the name,
Earthquake.
shit.
So the first time you ever did it, you were 18.
Somewhere it was
No,
like
you-
a
Oh, at Mad Swede.
yeah. It was 17 or 18. Whenever I got my license in McCall, there was like a handful of times where I would drive down to Boise to the Liquid one.
I could have swore you were
And
doing
then-
it like sophomore year almost, like 16.
I was
or
writing.
Was that
15.
like
and-
before Mad Swede? You were doing it in high school.
Yeah. It was whenever I got my driver's license. I remember that it wasn't like frequent, but it was every once in a while I would have like maybe once a month I would call Liquid before and be like, hey, I'm 17, 8, like am I allowed to do the thing? They're like, yeah, you have to wait in Solid next door and then you can watch the comic before you, then you can do your set and then you have to
cool.
leave.
I never had
then,
the guts. I did the first time I did stand up. I was 14, but it
Nice.
was at like a talent show at my high school.
that
it was-
I feel like
I had
takes
one of
way more
those at, like,
balls.
a
Like those
summer
are your
camp.
friends.
In,
Yeah,
like,
so I
third
was. I
grade.
mean, it was. I went to high school in Idaho City.
Oh, wow.
Which is
small.
yeah.
That's like what,
Yeah.
8 kids in your class or something?
I think it was around 30.
Okay, that's bigger than I thought.
So the full high school might have been 120.
That's substantially
but-
sized for what I thought Idaho City's high school would be, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, still a small enough number that you pretty much
You
knew
know
everybody.
Yeah.
And then they did these. I think it was like twice a month. They did a little mini talent show in the
Yeah.
library
Oh,
at
that's fun.
lunch where
That's cool.
it was mostly people reading poems. But I was like a big stand-up comedy fan, and I was like, I'm gonna go in there and make fun of my math teacher. So yeah, that was the first time I did it, and I did it maybe 6 or 7 times throughout the school year, and I did a different set every time. I never,
You guys had
never-
a lot of talent
never
shows.
worked, never worked on any jokes. Just showed up. I like wrote something, memorized it. I brought my video camera, and I filmed myself doing it.
Do you have that footage still?
I have the audio.
Nice.
At the end of the school year, I made an album. So I showed
so this
up.
is your second special
I
here.
burned a bunch of CDs. I think I sold them for like $10 a piece, and I made like $150.
Holy shit, Lenny Bruce.
That's not bad.
You're bootlegging
Hustler.
your own specials at 15?
And I found it. I found the audio earlier this year, and
If you have an extra CD, I'd like to keep one in my car.
Can you license it out to
For
me?
drives.
I haven't.
I'll do it in Spanish.
I haven't. I haven't listened to all of it. I listened to clips of it, but like, if you think it's hard listening to what you recorded yesterday,
Yeah.
trying to listen to the material you thought was funny when you were 14.
That's gotta be rough.
But I mean, at the time, it was probably revolutionary. You know?
It's like, yeah,
That's where Trevin
Yeah.
started.
right. Nobody had ever made fun
We
of
all
a math
start out
teacher
as a
before.
Trevin.
How old were you the first time you did it, Samson?
I was so the first time I don't count this as doing it. The first time I did like stand up would have been like here when I was like 21 or 22. Probably I think 22 because it was right after graduating college. And it was like right after things were starting to open back up from COVID. And but the first time I ever like spoke on a stage in front of people was a similar situation. It was like third grade. I was at a summer camp and they had a talent show at the end of the summer camp, and I was like, I'm gonna do the talent show. And they're like, what are you gonna do as your talent? And I was like, I have no idea. I'll do a flip
Wild
off
card.
off of a chair. And they're like, can you do a flip off a chair? And I was like, never tried. And so I went up there and I tried to do a flip off of a chair and I ate shit, like landed flat on my back. And then everyone started
But
laughing.
You gotta laugh.
And so I was like, then I started telling jokes that I had like heard from like other, just like street jokes. Like, what did the muffins say to the other muffin when they were in the oven? And, what? Talking muffin, like stuff like that. And,
Classic.
or like, the one where it's like,
You're just doing old George Carlin bits. 7 words you can't say.
I think I did like the Jerry Seinfeld like Halloween mask bit, like where he's like talking about the rubber band on the back of the Halloween mask and how annoying it is and stuff, and like how it always cuts into your head and shit, but it's always also breaking and people liked that because that was like a time where those little plastic Halloween masks were very relevant in our
So
lives.
was Seinfeld.
Seinfeld's bits go
awesome.
surprisingly hard with third graders.
I
Yeah.
think you should bring back the chair flip opener.
Just some slapstick comedy right
Yeah.
in the middle of it.
Just What you guys ready to get your first comic up here?
I have to wear like spine protectors and shit. Like
Did this again last week, but we tweaked it a little.
half my set is just jackass. Fucking
I'm gonna try to stage dive to an empty crowd.
dude, that would be so funny. A stage dive during a stand-up set, just like all over, like 3 people at their table in the front row, and they're like eating and drinking, and you just fucking stage dive right onto that.
Honestly, I feel like you could probably plan it, like get a few people that know you're gonna jump onto them, and like I don't know, order a bunch of soft food or something. But like
bunch
just
of pretzels.
just so the 5 other people at the open mic are like, guys, we were at this open mic and the host fucking dove onto a table. Be very like Kaufman and who was the guy he worked, Bob Zamuda or whatever.
Bob Zamuda.
It'd be like that kind of partnership. So yeah, last day at Mad Sweet.
Oh yeah.
A lot of firsts. A lot of firsts were Mad Sweet. It's sad sweet right now. It's where it's the last.
Sad sweet going on. It's New Year's. It should be lively
It's a good.
party.
It's a
I'm
happy
glad
sad. Like a.
I
Hey.
filmed my special here at the downtown location, and I made a short horror film at the Cole Road location. So,
you've immortalized both.
I
locations.
feel good that I've got these these little these videos that I can look
As
back
long
on
as the
from both of them.
YouTube servers stay on, the Mad Swede lives forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a beautiful.
I would like to think that if YouTube went down, I would still have this footage.
Oh well, yeah, you would have it, but it wouldn't be like out,
Yeah.
on the.
Yeah, I'd like to think I'd still find some way to put that out there.
Yeah, you'd figure it out, but
put it on
right
live,
now,
new special on Live Leak.
put it on Vimeo.
Vimeo's good too.
Vimeo never deletes anything,
True.
and if you lose your account information, you'll never be able to get the video off of Vimeo that you put on there in 2012 that you will really want to get off there.
Big upside. So shout out Vimeo.
Did you guys? You did like a. Was it like a co-headlining set here?
Yes, that was 2-3 weeks ago.
Something like that. Yeah.
What was that? Did you like each do 45 or was it,
It was
kind of a
between like 30 and
I did
45,
like 35,
something in
I
that.
think.
nice?
Yeah, it was a good show. The showcase was like well attended,
Yeah, that was
and
a
then
fun
the show was like the headline show was like not as well attended. Like showcase was sold out, but essentially it felt sold out. But
Yeah, second show, less people, but it was fun.
it was fun.
So
it
people
rip.
came out to see everyone else and then left when it was you guys.
All right, dude.
Well, there were other
I
people
feel
that
like you were at the
came.
second show. And you had this locked in.
Yeah, there
I'm gonna
might
get 'em.
there might not have been anyone from the first show at the second show, but
No, I get it.
we were able to get a few people in there.
But anyways,
Not this many people.
this has been a hoot, and I have to piss really bad.
Did you have
yeah.
to pee?
But what?
Check out the special, Greg Sisco, This Isn't Good. And then after that, watch Nate Ford, the 44 Ford special, which was another special that was filmed on the very same stage.
Yeah.
Shout out to Nate Ford.
That stage behind me.
All right. Bye.
That
Bye.
stage.